Welcome to Monty B's Abnormal Remodeling Show. I'm your host, Monty B. And remember, we don't remodel homes, we remodel lives. And today, I'm here in sunny Orlando, Florida. And I have a special guest with me today. Yes, last week we had Hope Shot, and it was number one. Today I have a special guest, and this is Hope Shot number 2. And this young man that I'm about to introduce you to, he has been a hope shot for me. Actually, he has encouraged me to keep going and to keep doing what it is that I'm doing. But one thing, I didn't know this young man was this young. And he's in recovery. Enough about me. Enough about what I'm saying about this young man. People, let me introduce you to Hope Shot number 2, young Nate from Minnesota. Young Nate, say what's up to the people.
What's up? I'm out here in Orlando at the convention. I'm glad to be here. I flew up from Minnesota Wednesday night. I'm grateful to be here in recovery, young.
Tell them how young, Nate.
I came to recovery by reaching out to a helpline, and that's what started my journey and my process. And I got 7 months, God willing, not my willing. And I'm grateful to be here, and I've learned so much from recovery.
Hey, tell them how old you are, Nate.
I am 20 years old.
20 years old. At 20 years old, I wasn't thinking nothing about no recovery. 20 years old, man. And when he told me that last night, I was like, wow. And I said, Nate, you gotta be on the Monty B Hope Shot page today. And he was willing to do this interview. Okay, Nate, tell me, what made you want to get clean?
Man, I was seeing people dropping, I was seeing people dying. Like, the clubs I was going to, the same people weren't there. The regulars weren't sitting at the bar. You know, like, the people I used to sell to, they stopped calling me. And I was really like, where have they gone? And I realized, oh, they're dead. And I didn't want to do that. And my parents are addicts too. And I wasn't going to live that life. And I want a better life for myself. And I've been to rehab before. I've done treatment before multiple times. 3 or 4 times by the time I was 18. So I had an understanding for this. And I knew I had to get clean to save my life.
He's dropping it. Okay, tell me something. Being 20 years old and you go into your first meeting and you see a lot of older people, because there's not a lot of, well, I can say now it's kind of the age. I'm starting to see a lot more young people in the rooms. But how did you feel when you first came in, you saw all the older people? Did you feel at home? Did it even matter?
Not at first. So someone picked me up for a meeting because I called the helpline. And she was in her 40s, and when I walked into the meeting, it was all people in their 40s, 50s, even 60s or 70s. And I wasn't sure how to do it, so I didn't get a sponsor the first time I came to that meeting. I just sat there and listened. I put the cotton in my mouth, out the ears. And you know, the next week I came back, I met this sponsor that I really liked him, man. He was full of energy. He's a union worker. He's all about it, and you know, he was swearing left and right, so I kind of enjoyed him being around. And I asked him, like, will you sponsor me? He's like, well, how about I give you my number and we talk about this over the next month. And, you know, gradually I've got to know him better, and we just flew out here today. We do H&I together. We go to 2 meetings a week. And, you know, I'm grateful for the sponsor I have, because he's saved my ass multiple times.
Wow, man. Wow. Tell me, for someone who's watching this video right now, maybe a younger person, what kind of suggestion would you give them as far as where to go get help, how to ask for help? What would you tell someone who's out there struggling, who's watching this, and someone that's 20 years old or younger?
I would suggest, if you work in the bar industry, get out of there quick as you can. I would suggest, if you can, try to move cities, make new friends, get in contact with people. I may be young, but my sponsor's in his 40s, and it still works out. Just because they're older than you and they can be old as your parents, they can still be cool. They don't They ain't gonna be like your parents. That's what I'll tell you. Your mentor, you know, he'll keep it real with you. He's not gonna be like your parents. And like, recovery is just all about like getting in connect with people. Like, I got people that are my age, and I know somebody with 33 years that's in his 70s. So I got all types of areas of people of age, and it does not affect the recovery. We are all recovering.
Okay. Tell me, how did you reach out? Okay, when you first went to the meeting and you try to connect with new people, what did you do? How did you get connected? I mean, did you make phone calls? Did you hang out? What?
So what I did is I got phone numbers. And you know, that's a big part for me, using my phone, because I used to use my phone to tell people, meet me at this spot at this time, I got your stuff. Well, now it's, hey, meet me at this place for a meeting. Meet me at this place for this H&I commitment. Meet me at this place for fellowship. So the whole game has changed on me. I'm being told where to be now, here and there at that time, and I just show up and I'm willing.
Oh, he said willing. He said willing. Wow. Young Nate, I want to say thank you, man, for being a hope shot for someone out there. I want to say thank you for the love that you showed me yesterday, man. Hey, man, you touched me, man. When you saw me, man, you hugged me. Hey, man, this little young cat, he hugs like a bird. And I was like, wow. And, man, it was just, I was overwhelmed. And I just had to get my supporter, young Nate from Minnesota, on the Monty B's Abnormal Remodeling Show. Hope shot number 2. Say something to the newcomer out there, Nate. Give them one powerful punch before you leave them.
The newcomer, get connected, work your ass off in recovery, and do not give up under any means. No matter what, do not pick up.
Bam! You heard it from young Nate. So, as we always say, be big, be blessed, be humble, and stay connected. Thank you, young Nate.
Honored to be here.
All right.
Honored to be here.
See y'all in Orlando, Florida. World Convention.